14A District Court of the County of Washington, State of Michigan, is now back in session. The Honorable Judge Simpson presides.
You may be seated. Okay, on the Harbor One West matters, all council is present. Okay, I've looked through this synopsis and look at it as being something that certainly workable, and I appreciate the parties going through and doing all of this because I think it at least begins to head in the right direction. We're anticipating something from the health department at some point. But it would seem to me in looking at this, and I would agree with the parties, that progress where things can start to be done and then deal with air quality and mold at some point. Hoping that it's not going to be a circumstance of sort of undoing work that's already done, but that's what I don't want to get to. So what I would like to do, folks, is set, let me just say this, and I kind of explained it to both parties. I think that this can be done. These units can get back online, and so I plan on keeping people on a tight, short leash. So Monday, May 12th at 9 a.m. Will that work for folks to come back? And so I can get a status update as to where we are. That'd be kind of that halfway mark. Give you time to get things going. And I would say that if there becomes a problem in that interim part, other than the point at which I'm at a judges conference the end of next week, certainly you can call my office and we can, even if we have to set up a Zoom to try to deal with some of the issues, we can do that.
I mean, for me, the 12th works. I think a telephone call with a circuit judge in Wayne County that should solve my 12th problem. Available for you.
Okay.
Recognizing the court has unlimited time.
Yes.
We do have we do have that health department official available for a quick phone call if the court wants to hear from her today. Or
well, have you spoken with anybody on this side? Spoken with?
We have not spoken with anybody now.
Okay, so
which is the reason why I asked.
yeah, I'm a bit hesitant until each side gets to hear from them. Then certainly I'd hear from them. But you know, I'm not saying anybody did anything untoward, but I'm not sure how the questions and other things were posed that may have led to certain responses. So I want to make sure each side has a fair opportunity to talk with the individual in their own way before bringing it to me. So, but that the individual, did they indicate that they're likely to, that this affidavit is on its way at some point?
Right.
So I would suggest if that affidavit gets there, that it be shared with the other side and also sent to the court so I can at least review it, see. And okay.
And just to be clear, the tenants aren't expected to be here on May 12th?
No, they are not. They are not.
I'm sorry, you said 10 a.m.
I think I said 9.
You said 9, okay.
All right, folks, is there anything else? Good. I was trying to wait for a response, but if not, then I was just gonna call it and say, everybody have a great weekend. All right. Thank you. And with, it's Ann, I know she's listening. Ann. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to say anything. Telepathically, she's here. Can we make sure they have the, can we make sure that can you go down with them and just make sure that's all
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
All right, Appreciate it. So she'll help you take care of the escrow.
Thank you. Is there just one last question? I'm so sorry. Ron.
No, it's
Is there
okay.
gonna be any sort of order entered about anything that we provided to the court, or is this all we're just working under?
I'm not gonna provide an order unless you want one, but I don't think at this point that it's necessary. I may issue an order come the 12th if, depending on where things are, but I prefer to let this kind of work through. And part of the reason is I realize we're sort of fluctuating on certain things and that things have to go. So,
Okay, thank you.
all right, thank you. That's.
Was I supposed to give this to you or?
No.
At the clerk's office? Okay.
Yeah.
She's
She's been trying to give everybody that money.
I don't want
Well,
to.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, ah.
Too much money.
And where is Miss Pate? Oh, there she is. Over there. All right, we'll go back on the record in the case of People State of Michigan versus Oliver.
Allie Zen on behalf of the people, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Oliver, who's now approaching again. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may we briefly approach?
You may.
All right. 14A District Court for County of Washington, State of Michigan, now back in session, the Honorable Judge Simpson.
You may be seated. Kyler.
Mr. Kyler's in here.
Yes, right now. Court does call the case of People versus Elijah Kyler.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Kyler. Mr. Kyler, can you please state your name for the record?
Mr. Kyler, can you hear us? I don't think he can. I don't know if it's something on his end or not. Mr. Kyler,
No, I can't.
can you hear me, sir? No, he's not here.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. All right, hold. Do you have the ability to change anything on your audio or to log off and log back in?
Is that better?
I can hear you.
I can hear myself at least, but I can't.
I can hear you, Mr. Kyler, but apparently you can't hear us. Can
Okay.
you type in that?
Okay,
Hey.
I'll go back in.
We can hear them,
I'll go
but-
back in.
let me make sure it's not something. Mr. Pingston, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. I was just testing, making sure it wasn't coming from our end. with
I think
Mr.
it's just
Kingston.
Tim.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah. They're signing in. Oh, they're re-signing in. They're re-signing in, Mr. Attorney, I think. All
So
right,
you want
Mr.
to
Kyler,
read it?
can you hear me now?
Oh, beautiful. Still can't hear it.
Mr. Kyler? No, he's,
It's like those
Just me too.
headphones are not.
I'm almost gonna think it's his headphones, but
No, I can't hear them. I can hear myself though.
can you hear me, Mr. Kyler?
No.
No.
Get people.
All right. Let him know I'm gonna pass it. What?
Zoom has settings on the program that you have to individualize both for microphone and headset. And I think he's got one and not the other.
Okay, there they go.
Zoom.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, I can, Your Honor.
Ah,
So it wasn't what Simon said.
no, I didn't.
No, that's not what it was. It wasn't. It's, you just do that so you can wear those headphones that you wear. Although my staff, when you wear them, thinks that you're cute, but I say no.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
I appreciate Mr. Simon's help.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Barrett.
Your Honor, we're here for sentencing. We did review the pre-sentence report and don't have any material to review for deletions. We do ask that you adopt probation's recommendation.
All right, Mr. Kyler, is there anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. $125 statutory fee, 180 days in jail, credit 180 days served. All right, sir? And
Thank you,
you're
Your
all
Honor.
set?
Well,
Okay,
thank you, Your Honor. Have a great afternoon.
all right, take care of yourself.
Bye.
Court calls the case People versus Diamond Edmonds. Two cases.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Edmonds. Ms. Edmonds, please state your name for the record.
Diamond me, isolated.
You know, I believe we're here on these cases for show causes. So Ms. Edmonds has a balance on both. As the court knows, she's in custody being held on other matters. I just asked for an adjournment of the show cause as I don't believe she's able to make payments right now.
We have a July date. Yeah, we'll adjourn these matters to July 9th, 2025. 9 a.m. or as you're invited in case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask, does she have personal bonds on these cases? Oh, you do? Yeah, so you do.
Yes, that one's a PR. She does not on 1828.
I'd ask for a personal bond, Your Honor. She,
That's fine. I'll give her a personal. Personal recognizance, $5,000 bond.
Thank you.
Thank you. Case People versus Stephen Bernell.
Edward Drucas for Stephen Bernell. I believe he is on Zoom.
Bernell? Bernell? Mr. Bernal? I think that's him. It's just gonna be one of those days. If that's him, he's not paying any attention. Mr. Shopping. What is that he's buying? Huh? All right, I don't know if that's him or
I'm
not.
calling him now, so I'm
You're trying to call him.
seeing if he's gonna pick up the phone on Zoom.
4.
You might. He's going down the sporting goods aisle now. No, I don't know that. Is that your client?
You know, it's hard to see. My eyes are terrible.
Mr. Bernell? Okay.
We could pass it, and I'm sure
Yeah.
this person's gonna
I should have.
pay for their merchandise and
Gotta get to the checkout. Court calls the case Beaver versus Michael Kyle.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Kyle. Mr. Kyle, please state your name for the record.
Michael Kyle, thank you.
Your Honor, again, we're here for a show cause on an old case. Mr. Kyle has a balance of $360 on this case. I'd ask for an adjournment as he is in custody.
Okay,
Well, he's asking if the court would waive the balance. He's been in custody for 10 months. Do you know when you're gonna get out? Beginning of June, you think's gonna get out?
Turn this to July 9th, 2025. I'm not allowed to watch. Okay. So,
Well, you can come back for court and we can get you on Zoom.
I'm be all the way in California.
Okay, we'll get you on Zoom.
All right.
Thank you. He's not allowed back in the county, Your Honor.
What?
He's not allowed back in the county.
He's not?
So, but we'll get him on Zoom if that's okay with Your Honor.
Not allowed back. Is that a thing? Court calls the case, People versus Salvador Barentes.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Barentes. State your name, sir.
Salvador Barentes Jr., Your Honor.
Your Honor, we're here for sentencing. We asked the court to adopt the recommendation. I've explained to my client that if he complies, he may be eligible for release at the halfway mark. Mr. Barentes is prepared not only to make his fines and cost payment in full, but also the restitution he agreed to pay.
Today.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Just my deepest apologies to the court and all the parties involved, Your Honor. And I've done my best to comply with everything that the court has asked.
Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute, however, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Specifically, the alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of early intervention program and monitored abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance with recommended treatment. Therefore, the sentence of the court that you're placed on probation for a period of 6 months. You're to pay $855 fines and costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $180 probation oversight fees. That is to be paid today. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You have completed, and I will order that you complete the alcohol awareness program. You are to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. That has also been completed. I'll continue to sober link for a period of 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended.
Patricia Blair on behalf of probation, Your Honor, with the label that I provided to the court, I did miss the restitution on your label.
Yes.
That restitution amount is $1,425.
Hang on, $1,425.
I think it was 75, wasn't it? 1,040.75.
I thought it was 25, but
Okay. 25, thank you.
It was 25,000? What? So restitution is 1425. Restitution in the amount of $1,425. That's, and that can also be paid today, sir.
That's right, Your Honor.
All right. All right, I'll order that also.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Court calls the case People versus Gary Thomas.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, please state your name for the record.
Gary Thomas.
We're also here for a show cause. I don't remember Mr. Thomas's balance off the top of my head. He's been in custody for, I think, 184 days at this point. And has not been able to make payments.
When is he expected to?
Do you know when you're gonna be released?
No.
Doesn't know, unfortunately.
Well, tomorrow, it could be tomorrow, it could be 2 weeks.
What I'll do, you need to start, because we agreed back in March of 2024, 150 per month. But what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to July 9th, 2025 night. Right. Court calls case People versus Keisha Bush.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Bush. Ms. Bush, please state your name for the record.
Keisha Bush.
Today is the date and time set for sentencing. We did review the pre-sentence investigation report and do not have any material changes, I think. I'm sorry, if the court can just be.
No, that's fine.
I just want to double check. Okay, no changes. We ask that you adopt probation's recommendation.
All right. Ms. Bush, anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Sentence of the court, 4 months prosecutor deferred sentence. You're to pay $480 fines and court costs, $120 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that?
I can pay 50 today and then over the next couple weeks, make a payment plan and finish it off before probation ends.
Well, what I'll do is I'll order $50 today and
Okay.
then the balance as directed by probation.
Okay. I'll be sure to make sure to get it all paid off as soon as possible, Your Honor.
All righty. Thank you. There's
I
to be no
appreciate
use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete a theft class. You're to do that within the next 60 days. You're to complete 25 hours.
Your Honor, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yes, I can. Yes.
All right. Where did
You
drop?
Mhm.
Pardon?
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Your Honor?
Okay, I know we got through the cost. There, did you, well, I'll just start from number 4 on. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete a theft class. You're to do that within the next 60 days. You're to complete 25 hours of community service as directed by probation. No going to any Walmart store in the state of Michigan. I will set a review hearing. That's to be held August 27th, 2025 at 12 p.m. I'll order 90 days in jail that is suspended.
Okay.
Right?
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Calls case, People versus Jordan Hartmeyer.
Good afternoon, the public defender Lauren Perry, Mr. Hartmeyer. Mr. Hartmeyer, please state your name for the record.
Jordan Hartmeyer.
He didn't go to his pre-sentence appointment.
Yes, Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Hartmeyer did have a PSI appointment with my office on April 10th at 1 p.m. He failed to complete that appointment. Given that Mr. Hartmeyer is before the court for the first time for sentencing, at this time probation is asking for a re-referral to probation to complete the PSI, that he pay a $75 re-referral fee today. With a new PSI appointment on May 6th, 2025 at 1 p.m. I would ask that the court order him to appear for that in person and adjourn his sentence date to May 14th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
We have no objection to that. When I discussed this with Mr. Hartmeyer, he said he may not have the $75 today, but that he could eventually pay it. Mr. Hartmeyer, could you pay that today?
I'm currently looking for employment. I've had a couple interviews in the past few days. I'm not positive if I can know.
I will refer to defendant for a pre-sentence investigation and report. You're to pay a $75 referral fee. You're to pay that by May 13, 2025. I'll set a pre-sentence investigation appointment for May 6, 2025 at 1 p.m. That will be in person.
Okay.
I'll adjourn his sentencing to May 14, 2025, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case, People versus Donald McKenzie.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. McKenzie. Mr. McKenzie, please state your name for the record.
Donald McKenzie.
All right, he is, I-13.
The date and time set for Wednesday. We did review the pre-sentence investigation report as well as the recommendation, and we asked that you adopt it. With one exception, Mr. McKenzie is requesting to pay restitution using a money order.
Can't be paid that way.
So it has to be paid in person.
In cash. All right.
Well, Mr. McKenzie, if you have any questions about that, we can give you a call and we'll discuss that in more detail, okay?
Yep, I understand.
All right, Mr. McKenzie, anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
To send to the court, you pay $655 fines and costs, $1,399.61 restitution to Enterprise Rent-A-Car payable through the court. When can you get that paid, sir?
Yes, I spoke to Miss Natalie and Miss Teresa. I talked to them about a payment plan of about $350 per month for the next 4 months.
I'll order $350 per month. When are you gonna begin that?
I was informed that I wasn't sure if I would be able to decide that as far as the date. But obviously, for my work schedule and everything later in the month, it'll be greater for me, Your Honor.
And Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, it was my understanding that Mr. McKenzie at least had $655 today. Is that still true, Mr. McKenzie?
Yes, it is. That's going to probation fines and costs.
$655 today, $350 per month. That will begin May 30th, and then each month thereafter. I'll order 365 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, People versus Nicole Nelson. 2 cases.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson, please state your name for the record.
Nicole Nelson. We have no response.
And I did speak with him. I don't have an explanation of failure to appear. I do know he's up north in Gaylord. He just 3 months ago resolved or wrapped up treatment at Bear River, was then in transitional housing in Gaylord, and is now working with organization up there that helped him found his own housing. I did provide him with the Zoom information. I'm not sure why he's not here.
Teresa Clara on behalf of probation. Your Honor, given that Mr. Nelson failed to complete his pre-sentence interview appointment and he's not present today, probation is requesting a bench warrant for release.
Bench warrant for defendant's failure to appear. Bond $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. Those warrants will issue immediately. Calls case, People versus Robin Nobles.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender. Afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Nobles. Is Ms. Nobles on Zoom, Your Honor?
Robin Nobles. Yep.
Well, I have no explanation for her failure to appear today, Your Honor. For the record, I'd request an adjournment.
Teresa Clara on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Ms. Nobles did fail to complete her pre-sentence interview appointment with me. I also know that she has a felony warrant for failing to appear. I believe it's for, given that she's not present, failed to complete her PSI probation's for issue.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond $5,000. 10%. Warrant will issue immediately. Court calls case, People versus Joseph Pingston.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Pingston. Mr. Pingston, please state your name for the record.
Joseph Pingston.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for sentencing. We have no material changes to the pre-sentence report, and we ask that you adopt probation's recommendation.
All right, Mr. Pingston, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, sir.
I'll order statutory minimum, $125 statutory fees, 72 days in jail, credit 72, sir. And you're all set, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Court calls case, People versus Cameron Reeves.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Reeves. Mr. Reeves, I'm not sure if he's here, Your Honor. He is in custody at Wayne County. Ms. Pate confirmed that on Vine Link, as well as speaking to his family member. He thought that they were going to be here, but Wayne County is Wayne County.
I'll indicate defendant in Wayne County Jail. I'll adjourn this out to
May 14th at 9 a.m.
May 14th, 2025, 9 a.m. Well, that's not gonna be enough time. Need the next one.
The 28th.
May 28th at noon. This case of People versus Matthew Brown.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, please state your name for the record.
Matthew Brown.
Today's the date and time set for sentencing. I apologize, Mr.
Set for sentencing?
I'm sorry, it's set for a show cause.
Yes.
I apologize, Mr. Brown, if you spoke to an attorney. I don't have notes on the case. So I'd ask Mr. Brown if there's an amount that you can pay on this case moving forward.
Yes, can I make a, can I make like a $40 payment today and I can make another payment when I get paid? And then get on a payment plan? I'm on a payment plan with two other court.
So you can pay $40 today, and then how much can you pay next time you get paid? When is that? When's the next time you get paid?
I can't hear anything.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Hello?
Hello? When's the next time you get paid?
Okay, I'm sorry. Is it fixed now? There we are. I'm sorry about that.
Brown, the judge asked when the next time you get paid is.
I get paid every Friday.
All right, and how much can you pay every Friday?
And I mean, I have 4 kids. Is there any way I can make it like every 2 weeks or something like that?
Okay, how much can you pay every 2 weeks?
Like $50.
All right, then $50 every 2 weeks. And we'll begin that May 16th.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
False case of People versus Belarus Cook.
Good afternoon, this is Public Defender Barentes on behalf of Ms. Cook. Bernell does not have any contact with Ms. Cook. I'm not sure if the contact information we have is still accurate. I request an adjournment for the.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of 10,000. Given 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately to go along with their other warrants. Court calls the case of the People versus DeLaine. Is it DeLaine?
Hello.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. DeLaine.
DeLaine.
We're here for a show cause. He, when I spoke to him about this, he just got back to work. He believes he can pay between $50 and $100 per month, beginning this Thursday.
How much can you pay?